These are my favorite trading tools and indicators that have made me a lot of money in the past few years, and I want to share them with you. Now, the scope of this video is not to necessarily go over exactly how to use them, but put you down the path of exploring these things for yourself so that you can develop and hone your own trading strategies to give yourself an added edge in these markets. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we are very, very close to 200,000 subscribers, only 89,000 subscribers away, and we are giving you the juicy market updates before they happen. I opened up a $500,000 Bitcoin long trade from the bottom, let everybody know where my target was, gave everybody the target in advance, took the juicy short trade, put the money where the mouth is. You don't want to miss these updates, so like, subscribe, click the bell. Let's get into it. The first indicator I could definitely not trade without is going to be volume profiles. Volume profiles are very, very powerful in determining key areas of support and resistance. A volume profile is found right over here in TradingView under the forecasting and measurement tools. Right down here, fixed range volume profile. You can look at this to basically drag it across a certain chunk of price action. And what this is going to show you is basically where the most asset has exchanged hands. There's three important levels to every volume profile. First of all, you have the low volume node up here, or the value area high. You have the low volume node down here, or the value area low. And then you have the high volume node in the middle, or the point of control. Essentially, the way you are going to use this is look for resistance toward that low volume node at the top, the value area high. Look for support toward that low volume node at the bottom, the value area low. And look for support resistance in the middle at this high volume node or the point of control. Now, for me, my fixed range volume profile, these are the settings that I use. Inputs here, I keep my row size at 200, I keep my value area at 70. Now, another way to use volume profiles instead of using a fixed range is using a visible range. Now, for a fixed range volume profile, you're going to be looking only at the price action from which you pull that profile. This is great for trading sideways ranges where you can visibly see a pretty well-defined high right here and a pretty well-defined low right here. You say, what's the volume in this specific range? But if you come over here to the visible range volume profile, this is now going to show you the volume for everything that you're seeing on your screen. So this is going to change depending on the price action that you are looking at. Now, this is a really powerful tool because you can see where are those high volume nodes, right? You can mark them out, and you can also kind of tell where are those low volume nodes. So right around here, $44,600, that is a low volume node. Right down here at about $40,300, that is a low volume node. You're going to look at these areas to find those key zones of support and resistance, and you can add other tools to find more confluence along with these levels. Now, another volume profile tool that TradingView has just recently come out with is the anchored volume profile, which basically means you can look at this thing and it's going to show you all the volume from the place where you first clicked. So I clicked right here, and this will now show me the volume profile, and it will upgrade on in real time as the price action develops. So if the price does this, the volume profile will update, but its beginning point will always be right here. Okay, this is a useful tool if you are using lower term time frames to scalp or whatever, and you want to see if there's any value area shift or these levels are changing as the price action unfolds. I personally don't really use this one too much. I prefer the fixed range and constantly update it. But if you forget to update your fixed range volume profile, well, you might miss out on some value area changes. So this is a more helpful tool for that. And again, just to show you how powerful this tool is, if we take a look at the fixed range volume profile from the last bull market range, we can see right here that the value area low acted as support throughout the entirety of the bull market, and then it was flipped into resistance. Let me make this a little bit thicker for us. It was flipped into resistance in the bear market. Once we reclaimed the value area low, we got shot up right to the value area high of the range. So you can see that these levels are very, very, very well respected. In fact, this value area is the that I took this short trade right from the top because we knew it was coming. In the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we gave this setup in advance, right? We gave it in the Discord because it was that value area high, and there were some other confluences. I actually took this trade live during the VIP New York Open live stream. So it's a very, very powerful tool. And speaking of taking this short trade, that leads me right to our next tool and indicator, Fibonacci. Fibonacci is a massive part of my trading. Now, to get the Fibonacci retracement tool, you're going to come over here in TradingView to Gone and Fibonacci tools, and you're going to click the Fibonacci retracement. Now, the way you're going to use this tool is if you are looking for resistance, you're going to pull it from the swing high to the swing low. Now, these fib levels are very respected. Now, my settings for my fib typically are I use the 382, the 618, the 0.5, and the 786. Mostly this is what I use. I also use the 0.65 fib to give you the golden pocket. All right, I'm not going to go into exactly what the golden pocket is right here, but basically the golden pocket is the zone between the 0.618 and the 0.65. In order to get the 0.65 on your fib tool, select any one of these boxes, just erase it and put 0.65. That will then give you the 0.65 fib level. You can also see how well this is respected. Another reason why I took a short here is because it was the macro Fibonacci golden pocket pull. Now, something else to be aware of for support. You can pull the fib from a swing low to a swing high, and you can see that also we did get a bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket level right here. This is a very powerful tool. I recommend if you are getting into trading, you research Fibonacci more. I have a lot of content on this, Fibonacci 101. Search Jason Casper Fibonacci 101. Goes into a lot of details here. Also, if you want to learn more, I highly recommend you check out the Intro to Trading Crypto program, where I have entire sessions on how I use Fibonacci in various ways. So that is the second most important indicator that I use to. Now, the next indicator that I personally use is an oscillator called Market Cipher B. This is my favorite oscillator. It is a premium indicator. That means it costs money. There are other indicators you can use that have a similar function to Market Cipher B. Some free alternatives would include the RSI, the MACD, the Awesome Oscillator. These things pretty much do a very similar job to Market Cipher B, but in my years of trading, Market Cipher B is definitely the most powerful indicator that gives you the most powerful signals for finding those big market moves. But essentially, once you have your levels of support and resistance based on looking at a chart, based on volume, based on Fibonacci, then you need some kind of an oscillator to tell you whether or not to go into a trade. On this, I'm looking at the money flow, I'm looking at the momentum waves, I'm looking at the RSIs, I'm looking at this yellow VWAP oscillator here to tell me whether or not to go into a trade when the price comes to a certain level. Now, for me, the oscillator is the icing on the cake. The indicator is the icing on the cake. In other words, I already need to have a trading plan based on the chart itself, the candles themselves, and the lines that I've drawn on my chart. And then I look down at the oscillator in order to decide whether or not to take a trade. I personally don't take a trade without first consulting with my indicators to give me the green light. And if you want more information on how I use these, I have an entire playlist for free on YouTube that goes over how I use Market Cipher. And of course, in the course as well, it goes into extreme detail, but you do not need to take my course. I recommend you go through the free content first if you are interested in learning more about how I use Market Cipher. Now, Market Cipher comes in a package of 3 different indicators. Market Cipher B, which you are looking at right down here, comes with Market Cipher A, which I don't really use at all, Market Cipher DBSI, which I sometimes use, but also comes with Market Cipher SR, which includes something called the VWAP. Now, the VWAP is not unique to Market Cipher, but it comes with Market Cipher, and the VWAP is a very important tool that I use every single day if I am scalping or day trading. The VWAP, the volume weighted average price, is a dynamic area of support and resistance that can really help you understand the trend for the day and really basically what bias you should have for the day. And it also makes a really good place to enter trades, especially if you see price hanging out above the VWAP for quite some time, and then it comes down to bounce from it, or hanging below the VWAP for quite some time, and then it comes up to reject from it. This is also an indicator that I use every single day, especially as a scalper and a day trader. Now, lastly, I do use some order flow tools. This right here is Coinalyze.net. Coinalyze.net is a free website. You can create a free account. And what you're looking at right here is CVD and open interest. You cannot use these in TradingView. This is not TradingView. This is Coinalyze.net. Now, I use this tool to basically see what is happening in real time in the market, to look for things like short squeezes and or whales absorbing retail traders opening positions. For example, in this area right here, we clearly saw a lot of shorts opening up based on our CVD and our open interest, yet they were unable to push the price downward, showing us that we were going to get a big short squeeze right here, which is currently still playing out. This is a great tool to have, along with the other tools I have already mentioned. And really, guys, these are the only indicators that I really use. Now, one thing I want to say about all these tools and indicators is that when it comes to trading, the indicator does not make the trader. There's a lot of people out there who are waiting for that one magic indicator that's just going to give them that super high win rate. But at the end of the day, the only three things that really matter if you want to be successful in trading over time is, number one, have some kind of basic strategy based on technical analysis. Number two, abide by good risk management. And then number three, have the patience and the discipline to stick to your strategy and your risk management. If you get those three things down, everything else becomes completely irrelevant. Find what works for you and then go about it, abiding by your strategy and risk management, and you are setting yourself up for success. If you're the kind of person who is looking for a shortcut indicator to give you the buy and sell, you are in for a bad time. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the video. These are the tools that I use. Again, I didn't go into exactly how to use them, but hopefully now you can go down the path of learning for yourself and implementing these into your trading. I have lots of free content on all of these tools. So go subscribe to the channel, check out my playlists. May God bless everybody. In the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah, even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.